This video might ruffle some feathers, but it needs to be said. As of right now in 2025, 74% of Americans are overweight. And it's not because of protein bars or protein shakes or fruit or light salad dressings or other lower calorie alternatives or because of diet soda. There are some very silly people on the internet claiming that these things are the reason for the obesity epidemic, saying that protein bars are too processed and fruit has too much sugar, and that these low-calorie alternatives are making people fat. But here's the very important thing: obese people aren't using light salad dressing. They're not even having salads at all most of the time. And they often go several weeks without having a singular piece of fruit, never mind eating it every day. And usually they're not having protein bars or low-calorie shakes as their go-to snacks. And I can say this confidently because I've been in the industry for 13 years now, and I've coached over 1,000 individuals, seeing their habits and their food logs and what it was like before they lost weight. So here is what obese and overweight people are typically doing, which actually leads to getting out of shape. They're eating fast food multiple times a week. They're going out to eat or ordering food in multiple times a week. They're drinking hundreds of calories a day through soda, alcohol, lattes, energy drinks. They're snacking daily on foods that they know aren't healthy, like chips, cookies, and sometimes they're snacking daily on foods that they believe to be healthy or good for losing weight, but actually aren't. For example, grabbing a handful of trail mix a few times throughout the day, not realizing that they ate 970 calories worth of trail mix that day. They're having desserts almost every night, and they're not measuring out one serving of it. They're not drinking enough water, and they have very little movement throughout the day, and maybe even have decreased their movement over the last decade. All of these things lead to overeating, eating too many calories without realizing it. And that's what's led to them gaining weight gradually year after year after year. Now, I will say this: there are people out there who are overweight and obese who are starting to practice healthier habits. They are starting to work out or move more. They are starting to eat some more fruit in their diet. And maybe they are eating salads now fairly frequently. And in some cases, they're not aware of the nutrition content of the foods they're eating. Like, instead of using a light salad dressing on their salad, instead, they might be using a Caesar dressing, or they might order a salad from whatever restaurant they're at that turns out to be 1,100 calories because of the dressing and the croutons and the other toppings on that salad. So there's that mismatch of trying to eat healthy but not realizing that it's still a very high calorie option. And there's also the simple truth that these healthier habits that they're starting to implement now aren't actually what got them to be obese or overweight in the first place. It's the idea of, like, when you see someone who's very overweight at the gym, they're there because they're trying to better themselves. They're trying to improve themselves, like all of us in the gym are. But I don't think they got out of shape or 30 pounds overweight by going to the gym too much. Now, here's the good news. You don't need to follow some extreme diet or plan that's super high intensity just to see really good results and improve your health. And if more people mastered the following simple and basic habits that are very powerful, we'd actually have a healthier and a leaner country. So get ready. These are the habits: prepping most of your own meals, making sure to eat a protein source at every meal, eating vegetables and fruits daily, putting a hard limit to 2 or 3 snacks per day, so there's no mindless snacking of a handful of this, a handful of that, 27 times throughout the day. Limit eating out or ordering food to just 1 or 2 times per week. Strength train at the very least 2 or 3 times per week. Get at least 7,500 steps per day. Save desserts for 1 or 2 times per week. And keep your liquids to just water and maybe some coffee. If more people who are overweight and obese hyper-focused on mastering these habits and blocked out all the other noise on the internet, most of them would lose weight. And just from getting into a healthy weight range, that would improve most, if not all, health metrics that are measurable. And yes, even if they included some processed foods like a protein bar, and even if they included some carbs in the form of fruits and vegetables, and even if they used light mayo on their turkey sandwich instead of full fat mayo. It's my personal opinion that not being obese, not being significantly overweight, is the number one priority, because we know that being chronically overweight leads to a massive increase in tons of diseases that plague our country right now, including pretty much all cancers and heart disease, which is very preventable and kills 1 in 3 of us. So get to a healthy weight range using these habits. And then once you're healthy and fit and strong, of course, nitpick over the little ingredients that might be in this bottle. Or if you don't want to have an artificial sweetener that's in a low-calorie snack like this, fine, cut it out at that point. But make sure you're in a healthy and fit body first. What do you think about this? Do you agree with me? Do you totally disagree? Let me know down below in the comments. Is there anything you think people should be doing or focusing on to improve the health of the country and stop the obesity rate from going up every single year? And if you want some key resources that are free to help you master some of these habits I've talked about in this video, check out the caption down below. And I really hope you found this video helpful. If you did, consider subscribing, because I make new videos like this every week. And I've got another video for you that you might like right up here.